We are here today to hear, talk about, and to celebrate the necessity and the impact of corporate social responsibility on our region, our businesses, the nonprofits and their missions, our employees and stakeholders, and the country.
Business schools have a particularly important role to play in this effort. As professional schools within higher educational institutions, we are the ones who will prepare and inspire the next generation of leaders to succeed in a world that demands responsible business practices and socially just and equitable organizations.
That's why CSR must be a core part of your business strategy, not just your marketing strategy. It's a business priority.
And our work cannot be done alone, and so we very much rely on corporate partnerships, ways to help you advance your corporate social responsibility.
Wawa doesn't view CSR as a strategy even really, or an add-on or an initiative. It's just part of who we are. It's really the driving force between the type of people that we hire, the decisions we make, how we frankly run our business.
Our purpose is connecting families for a better future. So everything that we do has to tie into that purpose. It's our North Star. It's the thing that we all talk about constantly, and our strategy falls off of fulfilling that purpose.
We're Philly-based, but we're in 17 states. So Philadelphia is kind of a big focus of what we do from a CSR standpoint. But we have learned that if you can take some best practices from your corporate level, some ideas from the local level, and kind of give them a little structure, you can make it work.
Prior to being part of the Satell Institute, we had a very diffused philanthropy program. We were doing a lot of good things and have been since 1923, but they weren't focused, and we weren't really candidly making the impact that we could by getting that into place.
And the Satell Institute actually, through their $1 million match this past year through the pandemic, was really a help in helping us to fund and matching some of the funds from corporate donors to advance some of the work that was done for the most underserved families who were really had an outsized impact from the pandemic.
Now, we can't talk about corporate social responsibility without discussing diversity, equity, and inclusion. And DE&I at Essential is not only central to who we are, but I really believe it's strategic. The more diverse our table is, the better decisions that we make.
Business creates about 80% of all new net jobs, which only happens if there's business growth. So business growth is very important to the community. It's fundamental.
I'm not embarrassed to be a capitalist and build a business, because my view is you can do good for yourself and your shareholders and do well for the community.
For me, it's not just about doing good. It's about integrating the good into the core of whatever the business is, so it's not tangential. It's not a side project or lip service to a trend or a marketing campaign. It has to be fundamental to how we run our enterprises every day.
Community is every leader's business.